This video is brought to you by Ravenscraft Realty of Northeast Missouri. This fine Monday morning finds me at Sullivan's lot here in Hamilton because I bought something which I can't talk about right now. Actually, yes, I can talk about it right now. It's just a hitch for my 4020. I'll show you guys here in a minute, but first we gotta look at some other cool stuff. Every time I come to Sullivan's here, I like to take a look around, and sometimes you see really cool stuff like the 1680. It's four-wheel drive, and it has the hopper topper. Unfortunately, sometimes the hopper topper is not very good on the rear axles. It's another unique one, a mounted buffalo planter, which utilizes some elements of, I think those are Kinsey row units, but also has some 7000 components as well. Just don't see a lot of that around here. And a little DMI 5-shank ripper. Be nice to have one. There's a mint little new idea wood-sided manure spreader. And of course, who could forget the little cute 4030? I'm not exactly sure what this one brought. It's got, oh, that has 3 remotes. Oh man, I gotta take a look at this. It sure as heck does have 3 remotes. That is cool. And a power beyond, or not a power beyond, but a constant pressure, like to run a sprayer pump or something like that. I think that's what that is. Yes, it is. It's plumbed off of the hydraulic oil filter cap. That is cool. And that's for running like a vacuum fan on a planter. The seat on that old girl has seen better days, though. A 24-row strip till bar, pretty neat. 7810 with the loader, and an 8110. That's cool. Sharp-looking tractors. That would make someone a nice and inexpensive bean planter. That's enough looking at stuff that's already been sold. I think it's time to find something else to do.
It's Christmas Eve morning, about 8:30. Got the low boy fired up, under air back up, popping some fuel in. I'm going on a road trip. We will reveal a little bit what I'm bringing home. Something we've been kind of talked about for several years, just never really found one. A bunch of the price we were looking for. So it'll be one of these things that's going to be pretty handy to have. Won't use it a lot, but when we do use it, it'll be really, really nice.
Now I'm doing some shopping in the rare earth elements department of Goldinger Ag, which is code for the pile of metal that I saved, but I wasn't sure if we were going to use department. I found precisely what I need to work, and I didn't even have to cut it. Isn't that right, May? Oh, and also, Belle. This is our new dog, Belle. She's a good pup. And she likes to annoy May, because she's a very young one, and May is not young anymore. I think May is over it. Belle has a water bottle that she's been playing with for the last 5 minutes, but maybe she lost interest in it. Watch this. Who's a good dog? Huh?
Here's the prize. Dump wagon, dump cart, not sure what you call it. We're down here in Eldon at Jasper Manufacturing. Took an old Volvo haul truck, cut the front end of it off, put a new hitch on it, did a few other things to it, checked cylinders out, converted to be able to pull the tractor. We use this to haul our concrete, mountain, dirt, stumps, whatever. It's big, it'll hold a lot. We've been talking about one of these for a long time, just never really found one that was kind of at the price we were looking for, and this one was, so here we go. Yeah, you can't tell, but I'm at Kingdom City. DOT pulled me over. Figured I'm supposed to be hauling oversized past noon on Christmas Eve, so it's like 2 o'clock. So we'll see how this goes. Day after Christmas, Dog and I are gonna come out and unchain everything. My DOT incident. I didn't get a ticket, got a warning. I was not aware that you couldn't be hauling oversized on Christmas Eve afternoon. I don't do this for a living. But anyway, I made it okay. No further incidents. We're gonna get this thing unchained and see if we get a tractor hooked up to it and get her pulled off. Not a big enough tractor, but it'll be big enough to get it off. A little close on the hitch there. Uh-oh, now we got a problem. We got it off. Had to raise the back of the tractor up, it was hitting. Anyway, it works. That's a good thing. Tractor looks small on that thing though.
I'm editing this video and I realized that I didn't actually explain what I was doing in this part. I am getting metal to make fender mounting brackets for my 7020, since the brackets that came with the fenders that I bought were for the front axles, which are different width than the rear axles. So I had to fabricate my own, which are very similar to the factory ones, but I just didn't have the factory brackets. So that's what I'm doing, and I didn't explain that, but I did just now. This is the part of the project where I punched some holes in some flat stock. I have a little witness mark there to give myself something to go off of. Let's see if I can video this and cut at the same time. Gotta wait till she's red hot. And this is a little bit thicker, so it takes longer. But start to see it boil and then go ahead and punch on through. And here we have the finished product, which is just a metal strap that goes on the bottom of the final drive. And then it's got two, I still need to make them, but it'll have two bolts that are made out of ready rod and a welded nut because they're long. But they go up to here, and this is against the bottom of the final, or the top of the final drive. And then this acts as a spacer to get the fender up away from the wheel, and the fender bolts to here. Actually, I have that backwards. This side bolts to the top of the final drive, and this side is where the fender bolts. But I'm going to paint this, and maybe we'll get it assembled. I'm going to put primer on it as well. Really impress people with my fabrication skills. I think I need my haircut in the front. But this project, I mean, it's coming along. It's hard to rush fabricating because if you rush it, then it looks bad. And on a tractor that looks this good, I can't have it looking bad. You just pretend that the wheel's behind my face.
Let's go.
Just like Looney Tunes. Just like it. Isn't that right, little dog?
Belle, let's go outside.
Little dog, do you know that you don't really fit through doors with that? I'm not sure if she knows or not. Do you? No, I didn't think. I'm at a new place to take grain. How do I get the ticket out? Oh. I am in Jacksonville selling grain, which is a place that I have never been before. And I got someone helping me truck today. He's behind us, but he's a friend of mine from Hannibal, and he's always wanted to drive a day cab truck and haul grain, so that's what we're doing. Like real truckers, we had to stop at Love's here on the other side of Jacksonville, get something to something to snack on and something to drink for the drive home. But we're gonna put the pedal down and go back to the right side of the river. All right, there's Kilby. He just really wanted to drive an automated shifting semi, so there he did it. Another note from the editor, I didn't actually explain what I was doing. I took my grain to Bartlett in Jacksonville, where a friend of mine from college works at. He's a merchandiser. And the other night, I was talking to him, and he said, hey, man, we're bidding up like 25 cents higher than the river is. So I said, really? I'll bring you 2 loads of corn on Monday, which is today. So I brought him 2 loads of corn. I drove one of them, and my friend Kilby, he drove the other load. And it was a pretty easy trip. Over the last couple days, not a whole lot has changed, but I did get a radar to run the speed on my planter monitor on the 4020. So if it ever stops raining and being nasty outside, get the 4020 over here and somehow sling this thing on the side of it. And unfortunately, no progress yet on the 7020 because the guy that knows exactly how I need to do this is out of work at Side Tricker right now. He usually takes vacation, at the end of the year, every year, but I did get my fenders mounted, which look pretty sick, if I do say so myself, except for the primered area where I had to patch up the fender, but that's okay. I had to make my own mounting apparatus here, and it worked out okay, but I still would have preferred to have used the factory setup. I'll get it together eventually, before spring anyway. We also got our new to us dump cart home, and we should be able to use that sometime, just not right now, because it just started raining again. And the Case IH Tripper, which had some issues with bolts that held the the lifting wheels to the frame, they broke off and it broke in the field, but didn't video that. It was kind of a high stress situation, and it was at night, so no one was going to be very joyous in that part of the video. I also bought a Category 2 John Deere quick hitch that was repainted the wrong color green and probably should be blasted and repainted, but I may or may not get to that. And with that, I think that's the end of... With all that stuff said, I think this is going to be the end of the video. So if you enjoyed it, thank you for watching, and I appreciated your views. And I think I'll catch you guys on the next one. So take care. Good night.